What's up, everybody? And welcome to Mega Monday. How is everyone doing today? How was your weekend? We got so much to talk about today. Calm Sanity. We're going to talk about Calm Sanity today. He's one of them. Yay for Goku Monday. Do I have anything? Did I buy anything at the con? Guys, I might have spent a bit of money. I might have spent a little bit too much money. Sheldon, you saw me at Comic-Con. If I will say right off rip, right off jump, right off the bat, right here, beginning of the day. If you saw me at Comic-Con, you came up and said hi. You cosplayed as Baku. Dude, your Baku's amazing. Your Baku is incredible. If you came up and said hi, there's a lot of people that did. I'll talk about everybody. I appreciate you. It was just such an incredible time seeing everybody all there in one place. There are a lot of people who also came up to me and said, I didn't even know this was going on. I didn't even know the Kamen Rider was going to be there until I saw your YouTube short. And that meant a lot. That means, like, you guys watch me. That means you guys watch me outside of stream. And that's really cool. And I was really appreciative of that. I had one dude come up to me. He's like, oh, I didn't know this was happening until I saw your video on it. And I was like, oh, so you're local? And he goes, no, I'm from Florida. And I was like, what? What do you mean you're from Florida? Like, he flew out for the con because he saw my video about Kamen Rider was going to be there. I bought my Comic-Con ticket because of your video. Exactly. Like, the amount of people that came up and told me that, I'm just so, like, grateful for and blessed because I was also... I'll get into the details in a little bit. How was your guys' weekend? I need to ask that first. How was your guys' weekend? What did you do? Did you have fun? And then we'll talk about my weekend and everybody else's weekend. I missed your Lupat finale stream. What did you think of it? I was bawling. Eyes running down my face. Tears running down my face the entire time. What's up, Aaron the Hunter? Lupat, easily my second favorite Sentai now. Did I get to see Iron Mouse? I did see Iron Mouse quite a bit. In fact, I don't know how many of you watched Iron Mouse's video. Let's just pull it up. It's going to be a lot easier to explain it. It's going to be a lot easier to explain it if I just pull it up. So Iron Mouse has a video called I Got Invited to Meet Kamen Rider Zets, where she meets the producer and such. Let's just pull it up right here.
Got some fun stuff to see.
Right from the beginning. Who's that? Who's that right there? Enhance. I don't know if I can zoom in on full screen. Can I? Nope. Doesn't let me. I'm right there in the video. Fast forward to the end. I'm right there in the video. Fast forward a little bit more to the end. I'm right there in the video. And I'm talking to this woman for a good duration of the end. And then at the very end, when he's like taking it off, I'm right here trying to meet Iron Mouse. I'm like trying to meet Iron Mouse. And unfortunately, she was too emotional from meeting the producer and Zets. The dude that was carrying her, Rob, I think his name was, like took her away. So I didn't get to meet Iron Mouse, but I did get to see Iron Mouse a bunch. And also, if you see any of my shorts from the panel, Rob, who is holding the iPad right here, big old mohawk, he's just right in front of the video as I'm shooting the panel. But I didn't even notice when I started this video that I'm like legit right here. Right, legit first, second frame, whatever the video. I'm just back here the whole time. This is the stage where they actually had the Kamen Rider panel. We'll talk about it in a second. But yeah, that was just me right there. Where's Waldo? But instead it's Achilles. I was all over this place. I was all over this convention. Would I ever watch a show rider on stream? Yeah, for sure. My weekend was all right. Got some schoolwork done. Watched the panel live. Which my clairvoyant prediction came true. I saw in the Discord, you're like, I want double. And you know what? If I was a betting man and I saw everything they were doing and I saw that billboard or that booth that they had, I would have bet double was coming out too. Apparently it's not. Sadly, it's not. How was the Zet suit in real life? It looked great. It was definitely like a stage show style suit. So it didn't have like lights or anything. It was all very flat, but it looked great. I still don't know who Iron Mouse is, and at this point I'm too afraid to ask. There will be a video coming out on Wednesday for everybody about my entire experience at the convention. Jimmy will be in it. Jimmy is in it a lot. And I'll talk about all the things. You could see it firsthand. I'll talk about it all here too. A mod in the Zets 4 live chat confirmed Shout has no plan to release specials or movies. Oh, interesting. When are you binging Ninja Captor? I don't even know if Ninja Captor is available. I know the first one is. What are we doing this stream? We're talking about LA Comic-Con, showing you guys everything I spent way too much money on, and then we're gonna watch the newest episodes of Tokusatsu. Are there any Toku YouTubers you met there? I met Calm Sanity. Calm Sanity was great, super nice. Dude is always in the chat. Also, Sister Side Story too, sorry. Shout out Calm Sanity. Calm Sanity opens his bag and goes, hey, I got something for you. I brought something to this convention for you. And I was like, oh, now I can commit police brutality. Now I can commit police brutality. Let's go. So now I can henshin as Patron Ichigo, and I can henshin as Lupin Red as well. It's funny because I was like, maybe I just grab one. Maybe I just grab one so I can use it in the changer. But also, like, now I have this. So now I have both sides. I'm very excited about it. Got the Geats QB9 blaster today. Let's go. Is it gigantic? Is it gigantic? We'll talk about the Railroad Ride Watch if we have time. And I don't think there's much other news besides that. Do the change. Isn't it just he turns it up? You need the rest. I have been seeing that the toy line is pretty small, and it has been like maybe. But I spent a lot of them. I'm not even kidding when I say I spent a good amount of money this weekend. So, for the first thing from LA Comic-Con that I didn't purchase, like I said, Calm Sanity brought me the Patron Ichigo trigger machine, and I freaking love it. I was doing this all con as we were walking around LA Live. I was just clicking this over and over again. Is Magic my favorite mecha of all time? No, but in Lupat, yeah, probably Splash Magic. What's my favorite Rider series? Buildo. Is that a memorial size? Are they different sizes? These seem like these are the same size. These are pretty same-ish. Lupin Red maybe a little bit bigger because, you know, it's a Lupin Ranger and it's got to get bigger. It's weirdly a great fidget toy. Dude, that's all I was doing the whole time. So I got that. And then I went to BB Create, who sells the sickest pins. And I had to get the BB Create exclusive LA Comic-Con pin, which looks like this. It is Godzilla. Come on, camera. It is Godzilla above Dodger Stadium holding a baseball. And I thought that shit was the coolest thing ever. I thought that was the sickest shit ever. They have so many, like, check out BB Create. It's bbcre8.com. They have the sickest pins. This one was the LA Comic-Con exclusive. So I was like, I need it. I need it so freaking bad. So it's a gigantic pin too. I don't know if you guys can tell. Like my whole finger. So got that. Let's open up the Buildo bag. I'll show you guys the freebies they were giving away at the Kamen Rider booth. Kamen Rider booth didn't have any merch. They had all the belts displayed, but they were giving away a lot of freebies. So first, a Zet's belt, or sorry, a Zet's sash. That's also a pamphlet. You can flip it open. If I can get it open. You can flip it open, and it's a pamphlet. It's an ad for the Zet's driver, which is ironically not in English. Ironically not in English, but it does have like belt clips here, so you can put it on your belt and wear it like a belt if you wanted to, or like slide it onto your cross bag if you can get it on there. But yeah, this is a cool little pamphlet showing off the Zet's driver. That was one of the freebies. They had this little thing, this little pamphlet that tells you how to watch. They had a little LA Comic-Con thing advertising the global account. They had this Zet's sticker, which is Zet's punching. That's going on my water bottle. And then they had something quite interesting. It was another sticker. There's another sticker of a Kamen Rider currently not available here in the US. A Kamen Rider Gav sticker. Not only that, the logo is in English. Interesting, very interesting. The logo is in English. Coincidence? I think not. They didn't announce anything regarding that. I just thought it was crazy that this sticker had a Gav logo in English on it. I was like, that's the only other sticker you had. Interesting. Very sus. Make it a Blu-ray. And then Jimmy gave me this sick Casa Bonita pin. Is a little Casa Bonita pin. And then I think this is my steal of the convention. Ready? This, I think, might have been my absolute steal of the convention. Let me show you guys, at the end of the first day, what I found at a random booth. Not particularly tokusatsu. Nothing really screamed tokusatsu in this booth. It was just a lot of stuff. Except for one thing. I saw a bag and I saw a plastic bag and it said $30 on it. And it was this. It's just a Get 'em backpack. It's just a huge Get 'em backpack. And I instantly fell in love. I'm not even kidding. Look at so one of the zippers has the breaker on it. It says AB on it. It's a little rubber one. The other has the Gashat on it. The other has the Gashat on it. So I was like, I instantly bought it. It was like I said, it was $30. They had one left. And then Jimmy didn't buy it. They had one left and I told Jimmy to buy it and he said no, if it's here tomorrow. And then he got there tomorrow and it wasn't there. So that's sick. And then I have my driver in there because I was carrying it around. And there's two other things that I bought. One, let me pull up the first thing first. My build. There it is. One other thing is, I'm sorry, I don't know who I got it from, but I got it in our Artist Alley. I got this little sick Terriermon Henry acrylic keychain. And you guys know I absolutely hate acrylic. I don't get it at all. But I had to get Henry and Terriermon because they're my favorites and there's not much of them anywhere for anything. So as soon as I saw this, I was like, I absolutely freaking need it. I love Digimon. Me too. We're going to be playing Digimon this week when it comes out. Are the eyes on the bag? So this is a pocket. This is a pocket that you can open. And it's a see-through pocket. I think it's to put pins in there. But I'm never going to put pins in there because those are his eyes. You're welcome for letting me. Jimmy did talk me into it. And then, while we were in the downstairs artist alley, if you know how the LA Convention Center is set up, the downstairs artist alley is pretty much in a parking structure, almost in like the downstairs parking lot. And as we're walking around, I'm noticing something. I was like, man, not a lot of Kamen Rider stuff down here. I turned to Will. I'm like, not a lot of Kamen Rider stuff down here, which sucks because there's a big Kamen Rider presence upstairs, but not a lot of merch. So it's like not a lot of artists were like, oh, I like Kamen Rider. Let me draw something. And then Jimmy goes, hey, look, a Kamen Rider. Points to a Gundam thing. Points to a Gundam thing and goes, hey, look, a Kamen Rider. And I look to the side of the Gundam thing, and wouldn't you know it, a Kamen Rider. This is a magnet, a big magnet frame with art of Zets in it. They also had Geats, but I decided to get Zets instead. And this is from, let me pull it up. Levi Farrell 29. There you go. It's from Levi Farrell 29 or 129 on Twitter, on X. But he was wearing this sick Phoenix cosplay from Revice. And I thought it looked dope. And he was just sitting at Artist Alley. So I got this sweet Zets picture also for our things. Oh, and then sorry, one more thing. I don't mean to. Oh, I got hair in my mouth. I don't mean to like honey dick y'all, but one more thing. We were at we were walking through the convention and we see a box. And I was like, oh, how much is that? And I look at Jimmy and I go, hey, if it's less than $50, I'll buy it. And the lady comes up and she goes, oh, I'm sorry. We just can't get rid of that for some reason. We've had it for years. It's $45. And I was like, I guess I gotta buy it. I guess I gotta buy it then. So this week on stream, we will be breaking a booster box of the Kamen Rider Union Arena card game. This came out when like 01 was airing. This box itself is probably like 5 years old. But I was like, hell yeah, I'll get that. That's a fun stream. These are trading cards. Yeah, they're not in English, they're in Japanese. But Kamen Rider is part of Union Arena, the trading card game. They released this when 01 was coming out. So I had to grab it. We've been trying to get rid of this box for years. Buys Pandora's box. Open them. We are going to break them on stream. Probably Wednesday, truly. Probably Wednesday. Tomorrow we'll do the Lupat rankings. And then Wednesday we will do some Gamba. Do some Gamba on stream. And break this card boxes. I don't even know like what cards are in here. I don't know what good cards are in here. I don't know what the chase cards are. But we'll see. I don't think there's another set besides this one. No, this is literally the only Kamen Rider set that they released. They have Union Arena has like My Hero sets and everything, and a bunch of other sets, like anime sets, but this is the only Kamen Rider one they released. Now that we have Zets in America, is the America version gonna get a set? No. No, this was from 5 years ago. I don't think they'll ever do it again. Yeah, this is an actual TCG before Gotchard. So that's all the stuff physically I got from LA Comic-Con. If you want to see this picture is me with the Gokaigers, with Andrew and Jimmy. Can I be honest? This picture ran about $350. This picture ran about $350. My heart sank when they said it, and I was like, it's for the Go-Kigers. To get Decamaster, because Decamaster was there, if you guys saw my my Instagram short and everything. To get Decamaster, his was $150. And so I was like, oh, I can get, we split it 3 ways, obviously. I'm not taking anything away from Andrew and Jimmy here. The whole reason we got this picture is like, we want a picture with all 3 of them. Let's split it 3 ways so we can take a group photo. And they were nice enough to do that for us. Shout out to them. But this is Captain Marvelous, this is I'm, and this is Doc. All 3 Go-Kigers that were there, we got a picture with, and I'm super happy for it, super excited. We had a great time standing in line. Let me just say, we waited in line for quite a bit for them to come out. When they finally came out, the Green Ranger, Go-Kai Green, instantly started signing for his line, but we had a ticket for all 3 of them, so we had to wait for him to be done signing the couple people that were just in his line. And while that was happening, Marvelous goes, oh, new Kamen Rider? And I was like, yeah, this is the new driver. And he's like, oh, yeah, see? And I was like, yeah, you can see. I took it off, I gave it to him, and he goes, ball? I'm like, yeah, the ball goes in. And the sound start going, and I was like, and then you press this, and he goes, oh, too much. I was like, and then you spin it, and he goes, too much. And I was like, no, I understand. Trust me. I understand completely. I wish I could have took my camera out and like recorded him playing with it and be like, can Go-Kigers Henshin? Can Super Sentai Henshin? Let's see. But I know they're pretty strict about like videos and stuff in that area. So I didn't do it, but it was such a fun little interaction of him like playing with it. The translator like going back and forth with me about it. And I'm just laughing at him because he was just like, I don't, it's like too much. Bro just had to turn a key in his season. Exactly. I own the only used Go-Kaiger Zets driver. The only one. I've met Marvelous once before. I got a picture with him at Anime Las Vegas when I was dressed up as Mr. Fantastic. Actually, that picture's right here. When I was dressed up as Mr. Fantastic, and when I met him, he goes like this. He goes, I like hair. And I was like, oh, thank you, Mr. Fantastic. And he goes, who? And the dude was translating. He goes, oh, it's a Marvel superhero. He says in Spanish. And I'm like, I was like, basically Luffy. And then he starts laughing. So that was the only interaction I had with Marvelous before then. And then this one was pretty good. Fast forwarding. Interesting. Does anyone know who that is? Just any particular guesses on who that man is? Calm Sanity. Good. Not at all. Who? No, the one beside Hercules. The one besides Hercules. Not Toshiki Inoue, no. Jonathan Toeisen. Jonathan Toeisen is such a good one. This man is Kamen Rider Z's producer, Hideaki Yanaka. He is the one that was answering all the questions at the panel. He also just might be the producer that I did an interview with at the con. Also might just be the producer that I have an interview with at the con. You can see it on Wednesday's video when it comes out. He is incredibly nice. He is incredibly humble. I get the vibe that Toei did not at all realize the reception that they were going to get with all this. I also learned that he is also a producer, or he was also a producer for Build and Xaid, which, if you know me, that's my jam. Those are my jam. That's my jam right there. So we talked a little bit about Build. And then I showed him the picture of my daughter dressed as Ex-Aid from last year's Power Morphicon, and he was just hyped about it. So I was 100% glazing build in front of him. If there wasn't like, he also does the interview by himself, by the way. He speaks really good English. But if it wasn't for like the, you know, cultural barrier, as soon as he said he was a producer for Build, I would have like got down on my knees and bowed to him. And like, brother, that is the season. That is the season. You don't understand. Back-to-back bangers, exactly. Which tells you kind of what you could expect for Zets, really. And then going through the rest of the pictures, this is the car that Calm Sanity gave me. This is my friend Andy. Andy, if you don't know, is a TikToker. He does a lot of movie TikTok. Also, if you don't know, Andy, if you ever see him on TikTok, he's like the #1 Tom Cruise guy on TikTok. I went to high school with this man. He was in the broadcasting class that I was in. I was like his mentor. I was a class higher than him in the broadcasting class. And like, I've been his mentor for like the last, or like at least somewhat for like the last 15 years. And now he's just a big TikTok guy. So that's sick. What is that fit you got on? Waluigi. Why are you dressed like Waluigi though? Baby Waluigi. Toddler Waluigi. Interesting. Okay. So you just know everyone casually, huh? Tell us about Obama, man. I don't have a picture with who I was talking to day one, but I have people in chat who can attest to this. Might have been talking to Andros for a little bit day one. Baby's first Waluigi, Walukillies. Brother, I'm going to end stream. Tell him what I said when I saw the fit. I said, "Hey Jimmy, guess what I'm dressed as?" And he looks me up and down and goes, "A baby?" No, I was not a baby. This is us waiting in line. This is the sick mural they had, which I'm not even kidding you, had every Kamen Rider ever. Literally, like, look, up there. You can see the burning one. Literally every Kamen Rider ever. Shinobi was on this thing. Shinobi! Waluigi, if you wanted to be like Hercules. It was an insanely cool mural. Oh, I didn't even look for G. I don't know if G was on here. I know all the main riders were down here, and then they had all the secondaries, tertiaries, and everybody else up here. But like they even had, you can't see it in this picture, but on the very edge right here, they had the troopers, the Demons troopers from Revice, and I was like, that's a weird one to have up there. Waluigi, if he was a healthy weight. The reason I wore this is because this is the shirt that Banjo wears in Build, and then I was wearing the Build crossbag, guys. I was closet cosplaying Banjo because I didn't want to wear my big ass jacket. Okay. Yeah, Kamen Rider Core from the Double O's movie. He's up there. He's just chilling. Five Troopers were on there. There's a ton of them. Like I said, Shinobi was on there. Quiz was on there. You can see Ram right there. Our dude. Ichigo's right here. This is the middle of the mural. Ichigo, they're like, you're the biggest. You're the biggest Kamen Rider ever, Ichigo. You're the star. You're the biggest Kamen Rider ever. And who's the second biggest? Who would be right there on top of Ichigo? Masked Rider, baby. Masked Rider! Let's go! And then this is us with Joe from Screen Rant and Jezer. They're cool. They're the homies. They give us glasses. Me with Will. Shout out Will. And then me with the bag flexing on everybody. Did I not post the... Oh, I probably posted a picture of with Zets. Yeah, right here. This was day one. This was day one. Took the picture with the GOAT himself, Baku Yorozu. Baku Yorozu. Me and Zets just hanging out. No big deal. Remember how you're like, oh, you guys know everyone? I do actually know everyone, including Baku Yorozu. I was also the first in line for this out of nowhere. We showed up like, not last, but we were like waiting outside. And then we came in when they like got closer. And then they came around the corner and they're like, all right, everybody line up right here. And I was just already standing there. So I got to be first in line for this, which is pretty sick. And then we did the mural, yeah. No, I did it the first day. This was like the first one they did. It's crazy you found him in your dreams. He came into the real world. He doesn't sadly have the thighs of Zets. No, you guys are right. So I didn't ask to take a picture, just holding his thighs. I also don't know. Could you imagine the first dude that comes up? This poor dude that was probably hired for this convention. He's like, yeah, sure. I'm just an actor. Got my first big break at this convention. Get to wear this stunt suit. Goes out there and the first person in this line of like 80 people goes, can I hug your thighs? Can this picture be me hanging on your leg like a baby? If he would have leg pieced out, I would have completely understood. Completely understood. I would completely understand. I will say I met a ton of cool fucking people at this convention. A lot of, like I said, a lot of you guys that came out to me, a lot of guys that came from places that weren't Los Angeles and other states just to be at this con. Just say hi to me, meet me. A lot of you were super cool. All of you were super cool. I don't think a single person came up to me and was like, you fucking suck. You suck. I got a lot of dirty looks from people. They ain't doing shit. Everyone that came up and said hi, shout out to you guys. You guys are incredible. I also might have met someone. I also might have met some people who would like to do some stuff on stream. Some of those people particularly might really want to tattoo me on stream at their shop. And I'm kind of thinking about it. I'm kind of thinking if there's like a goal we can hit or like a bet we can place where I have to get like a writer tattoo that like you guys get to pick or something, and I can do it on stream. The next writer recap is too big of a thing to do for a writer recap. I'll think about something. No, as in me getting a tattoo on stream at their shop. They're very, very excited about it. They were like, you stream? And I was like, yeah. They're like, we can set it up in the shop. It's a cool looking shop. I'm not going to tell you guys the name of it just in case it goes through, and then I will announce the day and everything. But they were very nice, very fantastic people. And I might be getting a tattoo soon at their shop on stream. We'll see. I feel like we got to hit some kind of, I'm not going to get a starfish Hitler on my chest. That is the craziest thing you've ever said. That is the most insane thing. 900 million sub gold to the Sentai Rider tattoo. Sub goal tattoo. If we double that goal, I'll get one too. Me and Jimmy get matching Kamen Rider Club tattoos. A Jizzer's tattoo is just not happening. The logo is literally just the word. I thought about the Z's from Zets because they were doing tattoos in the oh, hi, Lindsay. They were doing tattoos at the con. They were doing piercings and tattoos at the con. Like, that's their thing. They go to cons and do piercings and tattoos. And I was like, this would be really cool to have in the video. And then I thought, like, maybe I can do a whole stream out of that. And then we got to talking, and they were really excited about it. So that was cool. The other thing. Oh, hi, Scooter. Get a Lycan Rock tattoo. The other thing is, and this will be here for just you guys on the live stream. I need everybody's solemn swear of silence, okay? I need all 100 people in here. Solid swear of silence. Hand of the sky. Hand of the sky. Get a Paige Degrassi tattoo. Paige Michaelchuk. I've met him. Or I've met her. That's not true. I was in the same place as her at one time. Solomon swear. Everybody, don't swear. Okay, that is not what grooming is. I'm just asking you to swear. I'm just asking for your silence. That is not what grooming is. There's a difference. 1 for 1, tattoo my body is build. 2 things. 1, the producer asked me to tell him my questions ahead of time. Obviously, so he'd like think through it and figure out the English for it. And one of the questions I was going to ask him in the interview is, do they have any plans to bring over the toys? His reply was that he has no idea about toy production. So when you see the interview on the YouTube video, understand that I asked about toys and he knows nothing about it. So it will not be included. And I was like, hey, no problem. I'll pick a different question. That is number 1. Number 2, you guys might have already seen on stream. There's a person I'm talking to in a video. There's a person that I talk to that is maybe someone that works for Toei. That's not that producer. And I was told that 1, they were very impressed with the turnout. They're not doing any other cons this year. That was their one big one. They put their all into it, and they were not expecting as many people to turn out as did. So, huge win. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to us. It wasn't Jeff Toei, no. It wasn't Jeff Toei. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to us. We seem to have over delivered on their expectations, which is fantastic news. And number 2, oh no, I guess this would be number 3. Number 3 is I might be followed on YouTube by Toei now, so please don't copyright me, guys. I don't know if you're watching right now. Please. I'm begging. But shout out to you guys. If you need anybody, I'm your dude. Tell him, chat. Tell him how great I am. Tell him how great I am, guys. Tell them if they want to do any debuts, premieres, interviews. I'm the guy. This guy right here. That's huge. I just hope they're not like, what? I hope they're not watching it and they're like, fucking this guy. Get him. Get him. He used 4 seconds of video. Jeff, do we shoot? Take him out. Take him out. Take him out. Hawk saved my cat from a tree once. Cannot confirm or deny. Cannot confirm or deny. But all in all, it was an incredible. Oh! Wait, sorry. We're talking about Toei a bunch. Stroking Toei a bunch. Do you guys want to talk about Tsuburaya real quick? Let's just talk about Tsuburaya for just a quick minute, yeah? Will you indulge me a little bit to talk about Ultraman? Because Toei wasn't the only people at this convention that have to do with Tokusatsu. Also, Tsuburaya was there. And I would like to just show you guys a clip real quick from this Tsuburaya panel. Are we all okay with that? Botanist. All right. Let me pull up this clip real quick. Oh, where is it? It's from day 1. I'm looking at thumbnails right now. I'm sorry. I'm trying to look for the stage. They're also really small thumbnails. There's the stage.
That you came to see them and meet them. So
Nope, that's that panel. That's the Gokaiger panel. Here's the Ultraman panel. All right. Let's get into it real quick. Subaraya, I don't know if they're posting their panel or what. I was going to post it. Ultimately, really no need to. There was no new announcements or anything. It was all kind of just playing trailers of things they already announced. But there is one thing in particular, and it's when you go fast forward to them talking about the Subaraya books that are coming out, the Ultraman Academy books specifically. And there it is. You guys might have seen that a little bit. They played a trailer for the Ultraman Academy books, which I don't know if it's been released anywhere or not. But I'm just going to play it a little bit. You guys can look up here.
Depths, aliens and kaiju are awakening.
Interesting. There's Baltan. You can see the Ultraman kind of graphics behind it.
So
all right, some stock footage of numbers.
Has been assembled. Jack, volcanology. Aurora, astronomy. Willa, botany. AI, computer science.
Is anybody noticing anything here? Is anybody noticing anything here? You guys are saying AI. Let me just point out, it's not just his name. The children in this are AI. The video of the children in this is 100% AI generated children.
Forensics.
I'm like, Subaraya, what are you doing here? Like, what's happening? Why are you doing this? It's all AI. I trusted Subaraya. So full stop. I was doing an interview with my friend Andy, who you guys saw during this, and Jimmy told me about it after. I was off to the side, so I didn't see all of this. And Jimmy told me about it after, and I was like, there's just no way it could be that bad. I trust Jimmy with all my heart. But I'm like watching it, and I'm like, there's just no way it could be that bad, right? And I'm fast scrubbing through the video, and I get to here, and I'm like, okay, play.
Eno, ornithology.
Like, what the fuck? That is like straight up AI. It's like a Scholastic Book Fair ad. Yeah, if Scholastic Book Fair used AI. Yeah, Clanker Bird. That was the... Look at the bird's foot. What is happening here? They can't get us for child labor if the children aren't real. So this entire panel was just a gigantic waste of time. It was very much look at all the things we have coming out. Here's trailers for them. Here's what we're doing. They're flying the winner of the Ultraman Championships to Tokyo to compete in the World Championships. And yeah. And then they showed off the Omega dub in a different room. I didn't go to that one. I didn't end up going to that one. But yeah, all in all, this panel just felt like a gigantic waste of time. I actually, full stop, didn't go to a Power Rangers panel that was going on because I was like, I gotta cover the Ultraman panel. And I regret that decision deeply. I regret that decision so deeply. Should have went to the Power Rangers panel. The Omega dub isn't AI. They have voice actors. They've cast them. They've announced them. It's just that one, and it was literally only that one part of the panel that was that. It was just the book. What Power Rangers panel? It was just a Power Rangers panel with Christopher Kamen Lee, Patrick David, who plays Psycho Red, and Davi Santos, who plays Dino Charge Gold. It was supposed to have Brennan Mejia, who is Dino Charge Red, but he called out for the day. Toei, fly out chief producer, Subaraya, AI children. Exactly. And it was just such a weird dichotomy because for those of you that watch, I was going to stream the Toei panel, the Kamen Rider panel, but they streamed it themselves on the Toei Tokusatsu YouTube channel. So for those of you that watched that, he literally went up there, and like I said, super nice guy, but he literally went up there and it was like, they're like, this is the producer of Kamen Rider. Everyone's like, yeah. And he was like, they're like, how do you like being in America? And he's like, good. And they're like, let's fucking go. Yeah. There was one point where they asked him like what the future would look like or whatever. They did say, I will say, for those of you that didn't see it, I'll say it right here. They did say that they plan on simulcasting the same way that they do Zets the next couple of seasons. So like, we got Kamen Rider for a little bit, baby. But the other thing he said was like he dreams of a world where like Japan will have a Kamen Rider and Brazil will have a Kamen Rider and America will have a Kamen Rider. And everyone was like, let's fucking go. And I was like, no. Like, Masked Rider. We have Masked Rider. We have Dragonite. All you people don't like that stuff. I've seen you people complain online about this stuff. I've seen people in the crowd that I know for a fact complain about Masked Rider and Dragonite. They're up there like, American Kamen Rider, let's go. I'll go down people's fucking Twitter profiles, Twitter threads of them being like, Kamen Rider can never be American. Kamen Rider can never be American. But on the panel floor, when somebody's looking at you, you're just, let's fucking go. Yeah. American Rider. I see you. I know you guys are fake. I know the fakes when I see it. I know the fakes when I see it. Japan will handle it and streamline it. American companies will fumble the bag. I don't think that's what he meant. Guys, guess what? America's getting your own rider. A suit of armor around the world is such a crazy quote that I don't know how many people get. I know what you are, exactly. He could have, like, yeah, that was the point. It's like he could have probably said anything and people would have cheered. Like I said, he could have went up and been like, I love America. And people would have been like, let's fucking go. Toei Producers said he loves America. Woo! It was the funniest thing ever. But my original point was the Tsuburaya panel felt like this like board meeting, basically, like this weird corporate board meeting. And the Zets panel felt very hopeful and new and exciting and electricity filled. It was very cool. Even though I think, and I'm being 100% honest here, I think there was more people at the Ultraman panel at the beginning than were at the Zets panel. I'm not even lying. I think sitting at the Ultraman panel right when it started, I think more people were there for it because Ultraman also had Gokaiger right before it. So I think more people were there for the Ultraman panel, at least at the beginning until they realized what it was, than were actually at the Zets panel. Maybe next year Sentai will have a panel. They had Gokaigers, but they didn't have like current Sentai. Isn't Godzilla made by the same company? No, Godzilla's made by Toho. I Love America plays God Bless America from Kamen Rider Kabuto. Would you dress up for Halloween? You should dress up as a Kamen Rider. That costs a lot of money. But I do dress up for Halloween. I have a kid. I have a child. Toei's just secretly an Ultraman, Sentai, and Rider, but can't show powers without the nose candy. But yes, that was pretty much. I don't think I'm missing anything. That was pretty much the whole experience from Los Angeles Comic-Con. We got a bunch of stuff. We got stuff to do on stream. I guess I'm getting a tattoo on stream eventually. Maybe. We'll see. And I spent way too much money. That is the lesson of all of this, really. You should be Rumi for Halloween. My daughter's being Rumi for Halloween, so I'm pretty sure I'm being Bobby. Pretty sure I'm Bobby for Halloween. I love my girls. His favorite loop out for Halloween, Jim. I'm gonna be Jim. Opens a new card game, finds Kemis inside, proceeds to crash out. Luckily, this predates the Kemis. How can I get this video here? Maybe I'll put it in the Discord. Okay, hold on. I will say there was an unexpected guest at the Rider panel. And I'll show you guys right now. Let me pull it up. Let me send it to the Discord. It's a video. Send. Then I also have. I thought there was something else I want to show you. I don't remember. I have a picture of this sick Derpy Tiger cosplay, but it also has like a child in it, and I don't want to put somebody else's child on stream. Yeah, that's the thing I want to show. Does your daughter control you now? Didn't know she was powerful to control Hawk. I get that you're like kids and don't get it. Trust me. I understand that you're kids and don't get it. Gashapons are very addicting, so lucky I didn't crank the gacha. Dude, Gashapons here are like $4 for like one toy. Like, I can't do this. Okay. We had an unexpected guest at the writer panel right at the very end. After they said no more questions, everyone left line, and then somebody else walked up to line. It's a fucking clanker. It's super clanker. Thought he was funny. Thought he was going to make it his panel. He was raising his hand. He was waving. Bro, when I tell you I was in the back here and I saw this clanker start to walk up, I almost drop kicked him. The minute I saw him come up. I was like, no way. This isn't your panel. This isn't the time to do this, the place to do this. This is our first Kamen Rider panel. I'm dropping a clanker. I'm taking that son bitch. Dropping him on his robot chin, give him the Stone Cold Stunner. Hell yeah. I was ready, dog. And then I realized there were many, many clankers. Walking around this con. Is this an actual robot? Yeah, somebody was controlling it, but yeah, this is an actual little robot. Curb stomp that bitch. There's an actual robot walking around trying to get the producer's attention. The dude just walked up. People were just walking around. I guess there was like a robotics, like full-on display or something, in the main hall. But this dude literally just walked up and like didn't care what panel it was, didn't know what panel it was, just was like, hey, let me go in there and try to get this dude's attention. And I was just like, wrong place to do this. Please do not do this. Please do not do this. Oh no. But they took it in stride. They just waved back. That's a bad Commander Zero cosplay. Why would there be robots at the con? A bunch of them were like, they had like Wall-E and stuff. A bunch of them were like Star Wars robots. There was a ton of Star Wars robots. And they were just zooming around. People were controlling them. People had little. Here, I think I have a video. Sorry, I'm looking through B-roll right now. It might be a little loud, but I could have swore Wall-E was so. No. Oh, I think Wall-E's before the coffee. Hold on. There he is.
Fine, send me some.
Wall-E!
Well, get out of the way of Wall-E.
Whoa! See, and then people were walking around controlling them. Are you going to talk about Toku News tomorrow? Yeah, probably. I just was pretty unplugged all weekend in terms of like news and stuff. I was doing the con all weekend, so I didn't see a ton of stuff. So I didn't have to like time to like look through and see what stuff is. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, what's going on here? Huh. How much does your Toku Collectibles code reduce? I said in the Discord, I think I've said it on your stream before, but like last week, Toku Collectibles decided to stop doing discount codes. So if you use the code, it still helps and supports me, but the 5% discount for everyone, for any code you use, doesn't work anymore. You see any robots dress up as Pokemon? No. I look like I want to kiss him. It's the producer of Zets, dog. It's the producer of Build. Baku Achilles. I did have to take off my my belt at one point because I was sweaty and apparently the belt straps perspired. So yes, I saw the new ride watches. Who wouldn't? Yeah. Thank you for bringing Kamen Rider over. Just pull him in. The code supports Baby Rex's college fund. True. No, I didn't take the belt off in front of him. I took the belt off way before him. In fact, when I walked over to him, because if you see in the... Oh, I took it away already. But in the Iron Mouse video, you can see me talking to a girl in the back, and I asked if I can get some FaceTime with the producer, and she was like, yeah, he's right over there. You can talk to him whenever. I was like, oh, sick. She's like, he's answering questions, he's talking to people, so, like, go ask him. I was like, oh, sick. So I went over there and talked to him, and the minute I approached him, before I even said anything, he goes, oh, Agent. And I was like, yes, Agent. I was like, I am 7. So he got it right off rip. He knew what I was cosplaying as. There were many 7s there that were way better cosplay than me. Way better cosplay than me. Does the rider belt help hold up the pants? If you put it to the strap, sure. Dude, I wanted his shirt so bad. I saw the Zets logo and I was like, man, that's sick. I think the back had something cool on it too. I don't remember what. But the back of his shirt also looked cool. I was like, dude, I want that so bad. But yeah, he was just chilling out. He had the Zets soft thing on there. Did I meet Iron Mouse? No. I saw her there talking to the producer and everything, and I was going to go up to meet her afterwards. I think this is actually... Yeah, this is her right here. Taking the picture. I saw her, but afterwards, her handler basically was packing her up, and he's like, sorry, she's too emotional to meet anyone. Or she's too emotional right now. And I was like, oh, that's fine. I just peaced out. Everyone who makes bald jokes is going to end up bald. Exactly. Exactly. True. You guys don't know how good you have it. Trust me. I was the dude that's like, I'm young. I'm young. I'll never be old. And then eventually, old. Bald. You just got to accept it. You just got to accept it. Did you like my UK convention pics? Like I said, I didn't see anything. I haven't seen any of the Discord. I haven't seen... Like, I popped in once or twice, and that was it. Joke's on you. I'm already balding. Oh, Kongi, I'm gonna have to ban you, dog. Like you just keep saying stuff that's, like, way off topic. Young Hawk had gray hair. Like, in my 20s, sure. How was the double movie showing? I didn't go to it because I'd already seen it. I did step in on the 4 episodes of Zets. I stepped in like around the middle of episode 2, and then towards the end of episode 2, probably like right at the end of episode 2, we stepped out. But we stepped in there to like hang out and just sit down for a little while, get away from the con. It was cool. A lot of people, like, I don't know. I went in there and I was like, I don't know what this is gonna be like. But a lot of people in there were just watching the show. I saw some people complaining that it was like a free for all and people were yelling. I didn't see that at all for the 15 minutes I was in there, but who knows? The 15 minutes I was in there, everyone was just sitting, watching the show, having a good time, laughing during the, I saw the part where Zero like gets down on his hands and knees and he goes, brum, 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 brum. And everyone laughed at that and then just went back to watching silently. It was a good time. Oh. Should I buy the Kabuto or Typhoon driver? I really like the Kabuto driver. But if you're like a hardcore Ichigo person, like, then go for that one. I don't know when, but I'm going to try and get more bootleg Decade cards, update some seasons. 2 of them are building drive cards. Do you want the old ones whenever I upgrade? Yeah, sure. I'm down with that. The Zero Baku K moments. Zets versus Geets, who would win? Probably Geets right now. He's got a final form. Zets only has a base form. Screening for Zets after episode 2 had audio missing for 3 and 4. It was on a single massive file. Wait, like, so did they watch 3 and 4? Because episode 3 started and we were already starting to leave, but I remember people being like, oh, there's no audio. But I don't know what happened after that. So did it start? The audio eventually start, or you guys just didn't watch 3 and 4? The Desire Driver for $30 is a freaking steal. Insane steal. After episode 2, when they were trying to figure out. Okay, so did I. So I don't know if people actually got to watch episode 3 and 4. I haven't seen 4 yet. I'm going to watch it here for the first time with you guys on stream, as we always do for Mega Monday. I mean, Mighty Monday. I forgot to plug in my chair. That's because my power pack is not here, but I can plug in the chair to my computer, I guess. First time on stream due to time zone. I just want to tell you you're the best Toku streamer. Newcastle, thank you very much. Shout out to you. Thanks for hanging out. By the way, check the Discord. What is it? Everyone goes, check the Discord. Oh, it was unplugged. It's unplugged in a place where I don't want to jump back there and do it. Have you showed off what you gotten yet? Yeah, I got a bunch of stuff. Got this little guy, which is probably one of my favorite things I got all weekend. This and the backpack, I think, are my top 2. Especially because we're going to play so much Digimon this week, guys. We're going to play so much Digimon this week. Whenever I get the cards and figure out the tear-off crap, I'll hit you up on Discord then. I'll probably have the P.O. box figured out by then, so that's perfect. Did you see the Niram cosplayer with the Big Desire Grand Prix card? I did see the Niram cosplayer with the... I talked to him downstairs in Artist Alley for a little bit. Yeah, I saw him. He was dope. He was showing me his he has like the premium Memorial Vision Drive or whatever it's called, and I was like, damn, that thing is big. I didn't realize how big it looked. I think it's bigger than the regular Vision Driver. If not, the Vision Driver is a good ass size. I'll say that. But I was looking at it, I was like, I think this thing's big. You didn't get to meet Iron Mouse. It's all Ninja Captor's fault. Be like, hey, Iron Mouse, do you know Ninja Captor? Because it's their fault. Do you think if Shout releases Zets on Blu-ray, the included poster will be the first promotional image with a red background? Probably, unless they update it. You know, like Geets updated theirs. I want to say Gav even updated theirs. But they'll probably release that one. She might actually, though. I have no doubt. I'll say it right now. Iron Mouse probably seen a lot more Kamen Rider than me. Probably seen tons. Welcome back. The concept is amazing. Thank you. It was so fun. It was so fun. There'll be a video out on Wednesday showing you guys all of it. The interview with the producer and everything. I say interview. I asked him like 2 questions. I didn't want to take up a lot of his time, but he was incredibly gracious and humble to talk to and to just be there. You could tell he was like overtaken to be there. I'm crossing my fingers so hard that they saw this and were like, we got to come back. We got to do another con in America. And I'm like, please bring Baku. Please bring Baku himself, because that would be the coolest. Even if he's not doing like pictures and signings, just bring him for a convention, like a panel. That would be the coolest thing ever. So remember when she got a Revice driver and couldn't make it work right? Yeah, I watched that stream. I watched the stream when Connor bought it for her too. Zets to NYCC would be a miracle. That would probably get me to fly out to New York, honestly. That would probably get me to fly out to New York. I'd get him. Love XA, didn't get me out there, but if Toei is like officially out in New York, I would probably have to go. I don't remember where I put my press pass. I think it's back there. I was going to show you guys my LA Comic-Con press pass. It's cool. Her being a fan of Kamen Rider is huge for us since she's one of the biggest streamers. Yeah, and they like personally invited her out too. Have I ever tried to reach out to Iron Mouse for a Rider Sentai collab video? I have. I tried to get her on the Toku Awards like 2 or 3 years in a row. But that was when she was with V Shoujo, so it might be easier now. Who knows? What's up, Hey Call? It might be easier now, but also she met a ton of Toku tubers. So she might do a collab with somebody else. Who knows? It says, Toei for the longest time, I sleep. Toei for Zets. Real shit? Real shit. He also confirmed at the panel that like they 100% made Zets with the West in mind. So like now every time something's wrong with Zets, you guys can blame us. You guys can blame us. It's all the Western people's fault. Do you think they should keep releasing ride watches? Yeah, it's like Ranger keys, right? Like you could just do ride watches forever. Have I met J3 Entertainment? No, I don't know who that is. Let's bring Gotchard and Legend and 01 to LA next year. Let's bring Gotchard, Legend, 01, Forze. Let's bring them all. No one talks about how they got British people in Agito. They got British people from Doctor Who. Oh, I also did see David Tennant and Billy Piper on stage because they were on the main stage when I was walking by. And I was like, damn, Doctor Who, that's sick as hell. That's sick as hell. I don't know if this is, I guess, my question, and you guys might know because I saw a picture of the new ride watches. Do they say the year when they run through? I can't imagine they would, but also that might not be hard to program if they like programmed it with that in mind earlier. They bring Ghost, I will walk on American soil again. Generic, just 01. Oh, okay. I'm like, that would be so cool if they could just program it to where like this trigger or slide thing does certain numbers across the screen, you know? So you could have it say, 3082 if you wanted it to, if you hit the right track. Your favorite Kamen Rider and who would be your fan-made one if you ever made one? Look up Kamen Rider Links on YouTube. I did make one. Got my Build DVD this week. I watched the first 15 episodes. Did you like it? Have you seen Build? I would imagine you did if you bought the DVD. I like the idea that the simplicity of the Zetsuits was to capture interest of Western audiences while modernizing the OG. Yeah, one of the things he said was the reason it's so simplistic is one, obviously to pay homage to Ichigo and what's come before. Two, because they wanted it to look more MCU like a Marvel movie, which when everybody was complaining about that, I was like, how dare you guys? Just because it's gonna be in America, you guys were like, oh, it's all Americans' fault why I don't like the suit. Turns out, you were right. Good call by you guys. It was the point of it was to be MCUified. Good job for you guys. Here we go. How would Rider 2068 work? That's what Gates Watch makes it say. I mean, it'd probably be Gates, right? What do I think of the Rider voting poll results at the booth? I only saw day one, when Build had the most stickers, which it deserves, obviously. But it's good. It's good. You're wrong so much lately. What can I say? What can I say? It's a product of being the only person talking every day, you know? I'd rather be wrong than keep my mouth shut. I'd rather be wrong than not talk at all. I'd rather be wrong and be able to say, hey, I was wrong, than just not talk at all. Kojima is the Kamen Riders on Sunday. Yeah, they announced that at the panel too. Or they talked about that at the panel. Being wrong is the price of being the number one yapper. Yeah, I was wrong about the Goju Wolf thing, the Rio Take a Sword, and them MCUifying the suit because like he 100% clarified at that panel like it's very much based off the MCU. He's like this suit 100% based off the MCU. Uncle Takeshi has a part in it. I don't know what though. I don't know if they announced it, but he's not like the main guy. But yeah, Rio Take a Sword looks cool though. You were also wrong about why Ninja Captor isn't a Sentai. No, I wasn't, dog. That video that you sent or that somebody sent in the Discord literally doesn't disprove Ninja Captor of being a Sentai. Will we watch the new Kamen Rider anime? No, we'll watch we'll only watch Toku stuff from here on out. Watching anime just gets so too much. Too much. Nobody sticks around to watch it. I don't particularly enjoy watching most of it on stream. By the time we get to it, it's just like late, and sometimes it's dog shit like Go Go Loser Ranger was, and then it just makes stream uninteresting, you know? Wrong about Loop had so much L. I owned up to that one. It's disproved Ninja Captor being super. I think the thing I'm buying about the Ninja Captor one not being a Super Sentai is purely because it didn't air on TV Asahi. That's the only reason that I've seen from everybody's bitching. That's the only reason I've seen from everyone's bitching, that like the only reason I could fully say that Ninja Captor isn't a Sentai is because it didn't air on TV Asahi. None of the other things make sense, because all of the other reasons people were like trying to spout in the comments literally apply to so many other Sentai seasons. They're like, oh, well, it doesn't have Sentai in the name. And it's like, either does Jack. Like, what are you talking about? It's like, oh, it wasn't made by Shotaro Ishinomori. It's like, nothing after Jack was. For years, none of it was made by Shotaro Ishinomori. And because the suits were worse. That is true. And because the suits were bad. Made it to what I assume is close to the end of stream, but still made it. The end of stream for YouTube, sure. We're close to the end for YouTube. TV Tokyo Ninja Captor panel at LA Comic Con when. Dude, could you imagine a 50-year anniversary, which would be next year? A 50-year anniversary of Ninja Captor? We're going to have it here on stream. We're going to do it here on stream. The 50th anniversary of Ninja Captor. Right here on stream. It's going to be so good. I'm going to message every actor I can find. Every actor that I can find. So Ninja Captor cosplay for the next con? Dude, could you imagine if we get a group together to be Ninja Captor and no one knows what the fuck we are? Like, could you imagine showing up to the Toei booth as Ninja Captor? Be like, guys, we're here. Let us in. Let us in. Let us in. They'll think it's an OC Sentai. Nobody remembers it. Nobody remembers it at all. Who would be Doodoo Brown? Obviously this guy. Obviously me, because I'm the bigger guy. Someone brings a sign. Can we please be Sentai 53? Toei, just bring the sign. Please put us back in Sentai. Please put us back in Super Sentai with a big sign. It looks like we're like panhandling outside the con. I've wanted a Zenkaiser cosplay for so long. Watch Ryuki. I keep saying Ryugi. The Ryuki, the OG card game. It depends on what people vote on. Ninja Captor Keys next release, and then everyone's gonna come back to that video and be like, "Oh, maybe you were right. Maybe there's some sauce here. Maybe there's a little bit of truth here." The sign's in Japanese for extra measure, so only the producer can read it. Please put us back in, or dress up as Kamen Rider G and be like, "Put me on this mural. Put me on this mural." Is Blade winning? I really want to watch Blade. Blade did win, so we will start Blade tomorrow after our like main news stream and stuff. Actually, sorry, I didn't get to release a schedule. I will do it after stream today when I get time, or either tomorrow morning. But tomorrow is the Rider recap. tomorrow's the Rider recap, and then Wednesday we'll be cracking the box and doing the ranking Lupat. Thursday, fucking Digimon's out, baby. Thursday is Digimon Story Time Stranger, and so is Friday. And then probably all of next week as well. But at the end of those, we'll be watching Blade, which we usually start about 4 p.m., which is like 30 minutes from now. We usually start watching what we're watching because after we finish Lubat. It'll be Blade. We finished Lubat last week. Is this Rider recap going to be a special one? What do you mean by special one? What do you mean by special one? Blade changed TV opening halfway because decade first Rider change up? What do you mean? You should do a poll where we decide what you watch, including Ultraman, Sentai, and Rider at once. Like I did the drunk one last time. What's up, Tyler? Watch you bring a Lupat panel to LA Comic Con next year. I am now Lupat's strongest soldier, guys. I will now push for this Sentai always. I will now push for that this Sentai all the time. Strip Rider recap. It's like, oh, you guys got a space. Blade airs after 5, so there's similarity in tone and story. I'm excited. I've heard really good things about Blade. Blade's just one of the ones I've always wanted to watch. What's your honest opinion of Noel now? I think Noel gets really good in the last 7 episodes. Before that, Noel can go to hell. He just spends so much time being the worst, but he gets better in the last 7 episodes. Blade came out the year I was born. What came out the year I was born? What did I say? Shin? I think Shin was my one. My favorite Pokemon? Ampharos. Just full stop. You rank or review Lupat and Fize? I don't think I ranked Fize. I'm gonna do the Lupat review on Wednesday, probably after we do the box opening. The box breaking. I will buy a Kabuto cosplay. Dude, Kabuto's a great cosplay to have. Find a way. IRL cast off? Dude, have you not seen the actual, is it on YouTube? Somebody has to know where this video is of the cosplayers doing cast off. Kabuto cosplay cast off. I've seen it a million times. There's just no way it can't be on YouTube. Oh, it's not. There's these cosplayers at a mall doing a mall fight scene that cast off, and it's so good. Yeah, I just can't. It's not right on YouTube when I look it up, so I'm not gonna spend that much time finding it. But it's great. Got the Zets phone today. It's fun little gadget, and the Fize Captain has a good color combo. Hell yeah! I was showing my friends different legend color capsums, different legend capsums last night. Is it just me or Ghost Grateful Damashi kind of ugly? Is Grateful Damashi the? No, I'm thinking of Mugen. Which one's Grateful Damashi? Grateful Damashi. Grateful is not my favorite ghost form. By far. Not my favorite ghost form by far. Little Rainbow Gotchardy without the charm of Rainbow Gotchard, you know? Not quite there. But I do like Ghost's final form more than most. Will you buy Jizura's toy if there was one? Absolutely not. Just no, not a chance in hell. What's up, Shinjima? Go! I love your show. I'm doing good. How are you? Don't need the Gav ride watch. I seriously don't need it. I don't need to spend. Oh, it's $95. $95 for the whole set, though, right? The Rainbow Gotchard helmet is just the deadliest in Toku because you can friggin' stab somebody with it. I did see the Batar Bell. I'm pretty sure Did you post it in the Discord and then I hearted you on it? Somebody posted in the Discord and I sent him a reaction. Will watching Blade make you buy some CSM belt? Dude, the funny part is I've thought about that with Fies. I thought really hard, like, oh, the best way to like wrap up Fies week and have this big thing is like last day of Fies week, CSM belt arrives. I have the CSM belt. And then I looked up the CSM belt and they're just so expensive. They're just so expensive on the secondhand market, especially with like tariffs and everything. It's just like, so no, the Blade one is also expensive, I think, and I probably won't grab it. But it also depends on if I even like Blade. Like the only reason I grabbed the BS changer in the first place is because I actually liked it or liked the season. Guess that's some change. Oh, you guys couldn't hear it. I had my I had my filters on. I had my filters on. There we go. I'll do it one more time. Kaitos! Kesatsu change! Kesatsu Sensei! Pato Ranger! Patorin Ichigo! Oh, he does one, huh? Patorin Ichigo! Not mad enough. Yeah, the trigger machine changing into being the trigger for the gun is actually so sick. Because it like pushes back on the button. I think it's so cool. My Go Tagaru. Tagaru of all people? Kaito change. Lupin Ranger. I especially love the finish when it's like. Burr, 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 burr. Oh, I did forget the dial, huh? I don't like how the dial works on this one. This is the DX version. DKTV9, thank you for the follow. Kaito change. Are the dark trigger and dial thing in the show? No. They're like unused sound effects in this. Makes me sad that the effects don't quite line up with the movements work in the show. That's what I'm saying. The first time I did it, I was like, oh, that's not how it goes. That's not how it goes. It is a bummer. Lupin Ranger. Let me turn back on my filters. Where do I go? Nobody knows. There you are. I need like a one-click button to do these filters. My pants are now wet. Hey, Toei, how do you like this? They're like, you couldn't even watch that season. What are you doing? What are you doing? Been watching Sentai since 2021, since I graduated. Sick. Look at Stig comment. My pants are now wet. I did. See the Stan Lee comic hologram at LA Comic Con? No, I refused to go in there. It was $20, one, which like I wasn't gonna pay for that. But two, like I just don't need to see that, you know? Like it's nothing about it made me go, oh, humanity wins with this one. This is a humanity win. I have an extra red fighter. I should make it a black dial. Dude, I've thought about that so much. When this one didn't work originally, I was like, I should just spray paint it, buy a new one, and like make a sick ass dial fighter with it. Like, right? Really want to know what Toei thinks about us when we love shows we shouldn't be able to watch. That's what I imagine. They got that sheet with all the like, who's your favorite writer? And they were like, what are all these options? Why are all these options on here? They couldn't even watch all these. There were supposed to be only 6 writers on this paper. Who printed this out? Intern! Intern! Get over here! To Jeff's office, please. Go to Jeff's office. The intern comes into Jeff's office. He's like, yes, Mr. Toei. And Jeff's, oh, what was your name? What was your name? Nina? Nina Captor? Nina. Why? Why would you print all that? You know they can't watch that. It makes us look bad. They're not supposed to know about Trinity. Why would you do that? Oh. Is my nose bleeding? No, I'm good. Build one? They can't even watch Build. Build's not even official anywhere. That's the gayest one. Why would you put that on there? We don't want Americans thinking we're gay. Do you want them to think you're gay, Nina Captor? That's what I thought. No. Go reprint this with the 6 shows you can watch. Gosh. All they have is Be the One English version. True. This is true. Gav is the gayest one? Now, yes. Sorry. You're right. Gav is now the gayest one. If Shout weren't aware of Build's popularity in the West, they for sure are now. I don't even think Shout's the one that doesn't know. I think it's straight up Toei. I think Shout has people working there who are the same as me and you, who have been pirating for years, who know all of Kamen Rider, and we're like, please, we have to get these over here. And Toei's just like, why would they want that? No. Why would they want that? Was that the cast off I was talking about? No. There's one of like, it's literally like cell phone footage of a mall, of people at a mall show, mall stage show. And they do a cast off and they just throw it. It looks so cool. We actually hate money. You want them to be able to pay for that? No, we actually hate money a lot. Jazzer, what's up, dog? We were just looking at the pictures of us at LA Comic Con. You want us to pay for all this? No, I don't think so. Super wide DLC must really confuse them then. Dude, it's so funny because somebody asked in the Discord like last week. They were like, hey, can you watch Fudo PI without watching double? And the answer is like, yes, you can. But also, why would you? Especially as someone who knows Kamen Rider, but just hasn't watched double. Sure, you get it. You understand what Kamen Rider is. You can watch Fudo PI the anime and not watch double. It is a direct sequel. And exactly, I wouldn't recommend it at all. But as someone who's just scrolling through Crunchyroll and goes, Fudo PI, let's try that one. Click. You're jumping into the second season of something where the first season is not available anywhere. Why would they do that? This is like jumping right into Marvel Infinity War. You can, but should you? Yeah, exactly. Like, I know Spider-Man, but I don't know his relation to Iron Man. So, like, it's like watching Super Dino Charge without watching Dino Charge. Guys, just watch shows, please. I'm begging you. You know what you all should watch? Amerisatsu is back, guys. You know what we're adding to? We'll add it tonight. Adding it to Mega Monday. I'm going to say it right now. American Satsu is back. I'll show you guys the trailer right now. You ready for the most Toku shit you've ever seen? Look at this.
What the heck is that?
You're taking me out of the ordinary. Oh my God. I want you laying me down.
Everybody, take cover!
How are the police gonna stop a meteor shower? That's American Satsu. This is the future that Toei wants. This is Amerisatsu. Firefighters in space. I didn't even play that trailer. They go to space after this, guys. How are they going to do this? They're just cops. That's what I'm saying. Will is correct. This is exactly the start of Turbo. Or this is the end of Turbo. Right now they're in Power Rangers Turbo, but then they have to blast off.
Over the past 8 seasons, 911 has faced nearly every emergency on Earth.
It's a B-NATO.
A B-NATO? It's a B-NATO. How do you do emergencies when you're done with every emergency on Earth? Oh, yes.
This fall, they will go where no first responders have gone before.
911, what is your emergency?
Set controls to outer space now, flying higher than ever before. All this happens in California. We're safe on the East Coast. I'm sorry. Do you not have B-NATOs on the East Coast? I'd quit my job the second I see a B-NATO. It's never been that serious. Do you not have B-NATOs on the West Coast or on the East Coast? Ryan Murphy wants to be a Power Rangers producer so bad he just made his own show instead. What's funny is like Ryan Murphy made Glee, guys. And then he went on to make like American Horror Story. And then he goes on to make 911. And he's just like, what if I just make it full circle? What if Glee was the police? Do it again. Do it again. I binged the show a few months ago and seeing everyone clown on it because the meteors is so funny. Dude, the minute I saw this first trailer, I was like, there's just no fucking way, dude. There's just no way this is what we've come to. Because do you guys want Hawk lore? Do you guys want Hawk lore? You know what I'm going to say already. I'm going to drop some Hawk lore right now, and you probably know what it is. Take one guess. Makes no sense. Firefighters and police officers don't have the experience to go to space. Now we got Cicada NATOs. Surprised we don't see one of these guys literally jumping over a shark. Dude, that'd be so fire. I'm not in it, no. But yes, Hawk lore. I did work on 911. The Hawk lore is I did work on 911. So it's so funny to have been there for the beginning of this show and then just see meteors raining down over. I didn't make B-NATO. I wasn't even there. I think we did like the first 2 seasons. Let me see when it started. 911. Can I just type in 911 to Google or will it like automatically dial? 911 TV series. If it started in 2018, so then I worked on season 1 through 3. And I wasn't there for 4. Or no, sorry, I probably was there for 4. 4 came out in January 2021. Yeah, so I worked on season 1 through 4. This only happens because Walk didn't work on it. Did you watch 911 Lone Star? No, not at all. I don't watch any of these shows. Truly, the only show that I worked on that I actually watched like on my own time was This Is Us, because I really like This Is Us. Nonsense. Sunglasses Sword rules. Just show my grandma who loves the 911 the trailer, and she just rolled her eyes. Even your grandma knows. Hawk worked on it, and there wasn't any build glaze. I didn't work on it. Like I wrote the show or anything. No, I worked on what I used to do. Little spoiler, but they killed off a love character for realism, but now they got meteors going to space. Hey, there's a chance he comes back. What if a space version of that character comes in? No, I'm not a TV extra. What I did was basically the art department would send us things to print, either props or background stuff. We did large format printing. We worked on it. We did CNC cutting and stuff. And then we'd take that stuff to the set and let them put it where they need to go. So like, I didn't do anything like the show was filming and I was there. I was part of pre-production essentially for the episodes. So they would order from us a lot and they would be like, hey, can you guys print this? Can you guys cut this? And a bunch of stuff. But I specifically remember 911 being someone that like we did a lot of work for. And I was like, I'm never going to watch this show. But now that I see there's meteors and Jennifer Love Hewitt, maybe I watch this show. Let me just say. Why did I leave? COVID. I did COVID. I did COVID. They're coming after me. I can hear the knocking right now. They're like, we fucking got them, boys. No, COVID led to layoffs. COVID led to layoffs, and now I'm here, and I'm a streamer. Plot twist. The real lore, Hawk did COVID. Take the shot, we got him. Toei and the United States government teaming up. They're like, we're here. Sorry I haven't been on streams lately. I had to go to the dentist to remove some tissue to make way for my wisdom tooth. Oh, that sounds painful. Are you okay? Toei watching the stream. He what? Yeah, what? What? No, I paused it right here because this is the most AI looking shot I've ever seen. This looks like the kids from the Subaraya panel. Like, I understand Jennifer Love Hewitt's a real person. This was probably shot a certain way, but man, is the contrast cranked up on this to the point where it looks crazy. The real lore is that this is the alternate reality Hawk. They de-aged her? I can definitely see that. AI titties. I don't think it's AI. I think it's just the contrast is cranked up hella hard.
Everybody, take cover!
Everybody, take cover! Like, what are you gonna do, dog? What are you specifically gonna do?
118, brace for impact!
Let's give it the benefit of the doubt. Let's give it the benefit of the doubt right now. Cop code 118. What does that mean? What do you guys think cop code 118 is? Oh wait, here they are. Police codes. I found them. 118. Perjury. Most frequently used California penal codes. 118, perjury. Lies incoming! Lies incoming! They're lying to us! Do I think Toei will be affected by tariffs on film outside the US? They're already being affected by tariffs of like toys and stuff coming into the US. But if it's just for them, not outside the US, I don't think they distribute. In terms of tokusatsu, I don't think they distribute a ton. 220 is wild. Assault with intent to mayhem. Okay. That is wild. False report of a bomb. False report of a crime. Refuse to aid an officer. This is the one they picked for meteors falling out of the sky. Meteors were falling out of the sky, and they said, "Hey, man, write 118 in the script." There you go. Send it off. Perjury and meteor, same thing. This is just crazy. I was like, did this research was not done? I was like, this didn't even debut yet. I wanted to know if any of you guys watched it and like what the, how do you go from this being your season premiere and like have a rest of a season? 118 is their fire station number. See, this is what I mean. I don't even watch this show. I don't even watch this show, so that is good insight that I didn't have before. They're firefighters? I thought they were cops. Yeah, I saw 911. I was like, they're cops. They're police. Fire always gets to the scene first. That does make sense. They did look like cops. I don't know why in my mind I was like, firefighters wear red, but no, that makes total sense. The only cop is Angela Bassett. She's not even in this trailer. She's in the space one. She's in the space one. Oh. Anyways, that's where Amarisatsu's at, and that's how little I know about this show. But I saw the trailer and I was like, that's Tokusatsu, but America. In space, no one can hear you, firefighters. In space, there are no fires. There can't be. There literally can't be. Oh, somebody asked if Toei announced anything. They didn't announce any new subs or anything. They did basically announce that they are going to simulcast. The plan is to simulcast the next couple of Rider series. What's up, Abby? Give them each a henshin device and maybe start watching. We retitle the stream Hawk rips out Colin's heart. He's not even here. He's not even watching. What if Decade makes a cameo in 911? What if Decade Masaru in a way he's like, I'm just a passing through firefighter. They're like, what are you doing? There's meteors falling from the sky. I know. I'm on it. But you know the real Amarisatsu coming to Disney XD? I know. We're going to watch it. We're going to watch it when it comes out. What is it? October 13th? Hopefully somebody posts it on that Monday that it comes out so we can start watching it then. That's what will replace Jizriz. Hopefully I don't even think Jizriz is going to be over by then. How sad. Jizriz is so long. Oru shows up and goes, they used to call me the #1 meteor buster. I'm a nurse and I feel like I got freaking ripped off. I didn't even get an offer to go to space. Space needs more nurses. I'm going to be honest. Space needs more nurses. Your next mission, stop the meteor. Stop the meteor. Any news? No. We'll talk about news tomorrow. I don't even think there's anything super worth talking about, truly. I'm not going to watch Tojima episode 1, guys. I'm sorry. Watch it on your own time. I just have no interest in sitting here and watching it on stream. Because if it gets bad, I can't even pretend to enjoy it. I have a few doctors in mind that we can shoot into space. Peace out, Dr. Oz. Woo! Will you get the Batar belt? It's not like up for pre-order anywhere, right? It's just being sold in China. But it's not actually up anywhere. Let's see. Yeah, it's not on Toku Collectibles. All right, you guys want to talk about these stupid things? Get your wallets ready, baby. 3 more Ride Watches incoming. Railroad Ride Watches. The Ride Watch is basically their, like, you know, Sentai key. So they're going to make them forever for everyone. But now we've got 01, Gav, and Zets. They look pretty cool. They look pretty cool. I don't think they're going to actually do anything in the driver besides, like, make the sounds of, they'll probably say, like, new rider or whatever the driver says. But these are cool. Do we have a Geats Red Watch already? There's another 01 Ride Watch. We have a Saber Ride Watch. I know that for sure. Do we have a Geats one and a Revice one? Because that's who we're missing, right? And Gotchard, I guess. Geats, Revice, and Gotchard is who we're missing. Where are we just now getting a 01 Ride Watch? We have one already. This is the second one. It's honestly nuts that they bring back Geo merch. They want something really bad that's like Sentai rings. Because you guys buy Sentai rings nonstop. Ryder wants their own Sentai ring so bad. And Ride Watches are like the closest thing you could probably get to that. I can't think of any other. I mean, they do legend things for everything, but I can't think of one that's like a legend thing and an anniversary series that really got over as well as Ride Watches, you know? The Ride Watches are cool. Yeah, people like them. We already have Gotchard. So we do already have Gotchard, Geats, Revice, and Vice. Okay, so we have all the Rainbow Ride Watches now. You think the firefighters are going to buy the new Ride Watches? I definitely think 911 could use these Ride Watches to help stop meteors. And they could also use the Forza Ride Watch to go to space. You know what I'm saying? I just don't love that it's them basically admitting they can't think of anything else. I mean, they do stuff all the time. Like, they do new stuff every season. This is just them going back and being like, hey, people love this gimmick, so we want to keep making stuff for this gimmick. Has the Discord voted for the next series? Yes. Tomorrow we start Blade. We start Kamen Rider Blade. Kamen Rider Meteor confirmed for 911. You heard it here first. You heard it here first. Kamen Rider Meteor coming to 911. Kamen Rider Meteor. Meteor Storm probably too. I want to see CSM. Where's his actual? There we go. There's my dude. There's my dude. Ryusei rules. Best part of Forza, actually. You guys clown that I hate Forza all the time. Ryusei, actually the best part of Forza. People who hate Meteor just don't understand that this man is Bruce Lee as rider and deserves all the love. That's what I'm saying. A Bruce Lee rider freaking rules. All right. YouTube. It's been fun, but you got to go. We are going to watch the newest episodes of Tokusatsu right now over at kick.com/Achilles. If you want to come watch it with us, you can come over at kick.com/Achilles. If not, then I will see you for tomorrow's stream for the Rider Recap. I've pinned the Kick stream up at the top of the YouTube chat, so if you want to come over here, you can. If not, we will see you next time. Adieu.